Hey everyone, Gerard here. Welcome back to the channel. We're doing something a little different today. Now you may already know based on the title of this video, the title on the thumbnail, but I thought, you know what, let's add something a little different to what I've been doing. So I figured, why not look at the fragrances that I wore this past week and quickly just sort of discuss them. I'm not going to be testing them on paper. I'll probably be just smelling them out of the air or the atomizer. But these are all fragrances that I wore this week. I've seen other YouTubers do this, which is where I got the idea, but I will say that I don't have those guys' collection. So this is actually a good opportunity for me to be able to share more fragrances with you and a little bit more of a look at my collection. I am in the process of moving my collection. This is just part of it behind me, but I am in the process of moving it. So if we do continue these videos, if you guys like them, then it will be a bit of a different setup. But the goal is to have one of these a week to cover every day and what fragrance I wore that day. So without further ado, let's get into it. So if you can't tell by the sound, Sunday's fragrance was Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb. What can I say about this scent that already hasn't been said? This fragrance is beautiful. I love it. It is powerful. Now, I may have oversprayed a bit. It was cold that day. I was meeting some friends for some drinks. I'll put a photo right here. You can see that day. I had a lot of fun. It was good seeing some friends that I haven't seen in a while. But this fragrance, this one is I have to spray because there's no cap. So, great atomizer. Yeah, vanilla, tobacco, some black pepper, a little bit of lavender. This is fresh despite it being spicy and pretty heavy on the vanilla. I got a compliment off of this that day I wore it. The person just said, "You smell great," and it was appreciated. I think this fragrance actually is, you could get away with this in the early months of spring, in my opinion. It has enough aromatic qualities to it. It's a bit powdery in the dry down. It is fresher than some might expect based on the fact that it is constantly being hailed as a really great winter scent. Now, I wouldn't wear it in 75 or 80 degree weather. I may not even wear it in 65 degree weather. But 65 and below, maybe a cooler, brisk spring day, you could absolutely pull this off for sure. So, Sunday's fragrance, Spice Bomb Extreme from Viktor & Rolf. So now Tuesday, I did something a little different. I layered, which is not something that I typically do, and I'm sort of a rookie to layering, but I actually layered Burberry Touch with Mont Blanc Individuel. And I gotta tell you guys, this thing is amazing, layered. So let's start with the Burberry Touch. The Burberry Touch, this was actually my signature scent for years. I mean, yeah, the violet leaf immediately hits you. It's ozonic, it's fresh. It's really fresh, super versatile, classy office scent, great office scent. But this is my most complimented scent. Now, part of that is because I wore it for so many years as my signature scent, but I never had one person say a negative thing about this fragrance. I don't wear it enough. You can see, I mean, it's got a good amount of juice missing, but this is probably my maybe fourth bottle in my lifetime. So, mandarin orange, white pepper and cedar in here. Amazing. Amazing on its own. I almost get a Coca-Cola quality when I first spray it. Could just be me. Let me know in the comments below if you guys get a Coke vibe from this at all. But I layered it, as I said, with one of the kings of the cheapies, Mont Blanc Individuel. So yeah, this for 20 bucks, I think I paid for this. I love this scent. I'm a huge fan of Creed's Original Santal. This is really close to that. I do think they're different in some ways. I know people compare those as 1-to-1, but yeah, as far as quality goes, this is synthetic, but in the best way possible. That raspberry note is beautiful up top, really fruity and sweet up top. You also have cinnamon, pineapple, cardamom in this. I love this scent. This is actually a fantastic scent to wear out at night. Doesn't really get talked about as a night out scent. More so, you know, Jeremy Fragrance made it famous for that sort of everyday office scent, which I think can work in that situation very well. But this is also a fantastic going out scent. If you're going out with some friends for dinner, pop this on, you can't go wrong. So damn good. And layered with Burberry Touch, forget about it. This is, I may have originally seen someone discuss that on one of the Facebook groups about layering these two, and guy absolutely nailed it. These are fantastic together. My Tuesday scent. So I just realized I may have said that was my Tuesday scent, layering Burberry Touch and Mont Blanc's Individuel. That was actually Monday scent. Tuesdays was Davidoff's Cool Water Parfum. Now this scent, let me tell you guys, love this one. I am loving this one very much. I am wearing a lot of this, to be honest. You know, this is just one of those fragrances that is an easy grab and go. It smells fantastic. Gets compared to Dior Sauvage. I personally don't get that very much. Very little, to be honest. Now, I don't get any of the original Cool Water DNA. But what I do get is just a super sort of citrusy opening that I believe grapefruit is in this. Or maybe lemon. It's a combination of those two. I also get some spiciness from the pink pepper, but along with that is some sweetness. This dries down into a beautiful vetiver fragrance. I get a lot of vetiver from this, and it's, I guess you could categorize it as a blue fragrance, but it's just super appealing. I get awesome longevity from this. I want to say about 9 hours longevity, and it projects really well for the first two. So for $24.99, I picked this up at TJ Maxx. It's fantastic. I love this one. If you guys see this in TJ Maxx, grab it. It's a no-brainer. This is going to get a ton of wear, especially this spring and summer in my collection. And it smells like way more of a higher quality than the price would dictate. Huge fan of this Davidoff's Cool Water Parfum. So this next one was Wednesday's scent, and a classic in my opinion. This scent has been around for a while, and it is, for a cheapie, for $16.99 in most places that I've seen it, at least at the rack stores. You really can't beat it. It is fantastic, and it doesn't smell like anything else in my collection. I can say that with the highest of certainty, that this doesn't smell like really anything else I've smelled before. And it doesn't smell cheap, just it smells really nice to me. Scent I'm talking about, Nautica Voyage. Now, I'll say I do wear this a lot when working out, so this is an easy dumb reach for me. Yeah, that apple. This scent is greener than what you might expect looking at the juice. There's lotus, mimosa, oak moss in this, musk and cedar. Just a beautiful scent. It is one of my favorites. And yeah, I mean, you can tell by the amount of juice missing. This is sort of a go-to for me. Like I said, an easy dumb reach. I wear it a lot working out. I've gotten a ton of compliments off this when I'm not expecting them. You know, putting this on, running to the store, and someone will say, "What are you wearing? You smell fantastic. I want to buy that for my husband, or I want to buy that for my boyfriend." A lot of times, I'm wearing Nautica Voyage. This is not hyped. The hype is real on Nautica Voyage. $16.99, you can't really beat it. Wednesday scent. So Thursday scent, I'm actually realizing I wore a lot of cheapies this week, and there's nothing wrong with that because we love cheapies. We love cheapies on this channel, okay? We will never stop reviewing cheapies. We'll never stop buying cheapies. I mean, like I said in other videos, cheapies, sometimes that's looked upon as something of low quality when it's quite the opposite. These cheapies are, you could probably sell them for way more. They just happen to be very affordable. So Thursday's Cheapie gets compared to Versace Eros. I obviously get that, but I like this better. Guess 1981 Los Angeles. So why do I like this better? Now, I'm comparing it to the EDT version of Versace Eros. Really smooth. Doesn't punch you in the face, because I'm not necessarily that crazy about that aspect of Versace Eros. I feel like it can really be in your face, and some of those notes can be harsh. I get a smooth spiciness. This is a bit more spicy to me than Versace Eros. It's also a bit warmer. So maybe it's the warmth in this that makes it feel a bit more rounded than Versace Eros. But guess 1981 Los Angeles, 1999 in Burlington. I think this is the 50 ml. Sorry, 100 ml. Fantastic. It's fresh, spicy, fruity. I don't like a lot of Guess fragrances. They got some decent ones. But this is by far my favorite of the collection. This has black pepper. It has the mint like Versace Eros does. It has some geranium. As this begins to dry down, that spiciness remains. You get some sandalwood, a little bit of amber. Awesome scent. 1999. Fantastic scent. I love this one. This will always be in my collection. Guess 1981 Los Angeles. Thursday scent. So Friday's scent is a special one. In my opinion, it is super underrated. It's from the House of Creed. The scent I'm talking about is Creed Himalaya. Now, let me tell you about this scent. First time I smelled it, I was testing a lot of different Creeds. Has this soapiness to it, like a luxurious soap, but it has this beautiful citrus up top. It's Sicilian lemon, a bit of grapefruit. There's also cedar, musk, and ambergris in this. Some will say that this scent is basic or it's boring. But I think the beauty and its simplicity is what makes this scent so fantastic. Now let me sort of go back to the story. When I was testing fragrances from Creed, I was testing a few of them at a time. And I found this one to be a cross between two. A lot of people compare it to Creed's maybe Virgin Island water, I believe. I think, but nonetheless, what I get from it is a cross of the opening of Creed's Royal Oud and the dry down of Green Irish Tweed. It's also one of those fragrances that the name Himalaya, you can almost imagine yourself in the Himalayan mountains. It has a cooling effect to it, along with a green, like I said, similar to Green Irish Tweed, you get sort of that fresh, green, outdoorsy smell, along with the cooling effect. I'm not sure what provides that cooling effect in this, but if a name was ever more fitting for a fragrance, it's Himalaya. That's the vibe I get from this fragrance, and I absolutely love it. I sprayed this. My wife was working in the office on her computer, and I happened to have the bottle on my desk, and I sprayed it on for the day, and I left the room for a minute, and I hear her yell to me, "Ooh, what was that? What's that one?" And I said, "That one's Creed Himalaya." And of course, it's one of the more expensive bottles in my collection, so I want to hold on to this for a while. But yeah, it's so beautiful. And when it dries down, you get this luxurious soap, clean smell. This is the definition of versatile and year-round. It's going to perform pretty much in any situation. As far as performance goes, it's not the best, but I will say that, I probably get about 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours from it, which you say, well, you're crazy. You'd pay, $200 for 100 mils of something that doesn't perform. Well, if it's anything like my Aventus, This bottle, okay, wasn't getting the best performance when I first started spraying it. Now, lasts all day. I get wafts of this all day long. So there is something to maceration. Maybe in some instances, you know, it's overhyped a bit, but I think with Creed, among other brands, there is something to that. And once this has a little time to breathe and you make some room in the bottle, I think there is something to maceration. I'm hoping to get better longevity from it. But if I don't, I love it that much, I'm gonna spray it as much as I need to and just buy another bottle because I love it that much. I'm gonna wear this so much this spring and summer. Creed's Himalaya. So that brings us to Saturday's scent, which is today. So I can freshen up with a couple sprays. One on the back of my hand so I can smell it at my leisure. Love this one, guys. It is Signature Tobacco from Zaharoff. Now you're probably wondering, Gerard, why don't you have a bottle yet? It's on its way. I'm ordering a bottle of this, and you know, it's, guys, I'm on a budget too, so I have a lot of cheapies. I have a few sort of niche, more expensive bottles, but you know, I try to you know, be smart about my purchases. I want to make sure that I absolutely love a scent. So if I'm here, it's tough to do if we're doing first impressions videos to get a good sense of that scent. You have to sort of live with it for a few days, a week sometimes, and you sort of grow to love it even if you don't love it in the beginning, or if you might love it in the beginning and then as you wear it more, you're like, this isn't that great. So I'm always going to try to give you guys my honest opinion on fragrance, whether or not it's something that I've spent a lot of time with or something that I'm just trying for the first time. I'm going to give you my honest, objective opinion. So that's just who I am, and I would appreciate that. That's what I look for in reviewers and people that talk about fragrance. So yeah, but Signature Tobacco from Zaharoff has been quickly one of my favorite fragrances of this year. I believe it was released last year. Just on skin, I get a ton of fruitiness along with a ton of spice. And you know, I've described it in other videos as being sort of like in a spice market, and there's a field of lavender and the wind is blowing in, and it is just, I absolutely love this one. It's probably my second favorite from the house. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. This one is currently my favorite, and I love this scent and I wear it a lot. But with a big collection, you want to try to wear as much as you can, which is also why I want to do this video, because I think it will encourage me to wear my fragrances and try things that maybe I haven't worn in a while, and allow you guys to see a little bit more of my collection. I'm still going to do Cheapie haul videos. Those are fun, and actually there's one coming this week. But today's scent, Signature Tobacco from Zaharoff, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments below if you liked this video. If you want to see more content like this, I would appreciate the feedback. It might not look like this, but it's going to be something along these lines where I go over what I wore that week. Oh, and that reminds me, there were a couple fragrances that I'll go over quickly that I wore to bed, and it's not something that I do every night, but what I've been finding is that I've been going to the same couple every night, and this is one of them. Dunhill Century Blue. Love this one. And the OG of Bedtime, Mont Blanc Starwalker. Oh, love this one. Bamboo, watery notes, green, woody, fantastic. So that's it, guys. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you guys are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, I will see you in the next video.